In today's Airsoft review, we'll be taking a look at a classic army that is undoubtedly the best beginner gun on the market right now. So let's just jump right into this. So this is the classic army skirmish line Delta 12 with ECS. Now that may sound like a lot, but trust me, we'll unpack every little bit of that, starting with what you get if you plan to pick up one of these. So let's head over to the box. So just by looking at the box, we can see a lot of graphics telling you that this is a classic army. The box has a carry handle on top, so you can use it to carry the gun around from place to place. And the side of the box is a sticker telling you a bunch of useful information such as all that, and it'll tell you a bit about the trigger system, but we'll get to that later. Taking a look inside the box, there's nothing here, but that's because I've already taken everything out. So looking at the things that you will get, you get the gun, that blue 9.6 volt battery, this high-cap magazine over here, and this wall charger. So now that we're done with the box, we can finally talk about the gun itself. Now there is quite a bit to talk about here, so I say that we start at the front. So looking at the end of the barrel, we can see the very typical classic army 3-pronged flash hider that they put on most of their guns. It will come orange if you buy this gun, but I just painted over it with black. As you may already know, this flash hider is compatible with the classic army QD fast attack suppressor. The flash hider has threads on it that allow you to put on the suppressor very fast, and personally, it looks pretty good. However, if you want to put on something else, you can, because of the 14mm counterclockwise threads. Moving away from that, we can now talk about the handguard and the rail system. This would be Classic Army's proprietary Delta rail system. If you remember, the name of the gun is Delta 12, and the 12 is a reference to the length of the handguard, which is 12 inches. But if you don't like the look of this handguard, don't worry. Classic Army makes a variety of skirmish line guns, each with a different rail system, and with different rail lengths, 10 and 12 inch. You have Key Mod, M-Lock, and even straight up Picatinny. There's even a Mark 18 if that's what you want. Moving back to the Delta, you have these simple screw and side rail segments that you get out of the box, and Key Mod on the bottom. Sadly, there's no Key Mod included though. Finally, after way too many takes due to some visual errors, we can talk about the iron sights. Yeah, it's pretty weird problems making this part. So as you can see here, these sights are made from metal and are pretty well made. By pushing this tab, you can fold the sight down. Then by pushing the sight back up, it'll lock into place like so. The sight picture is very clean, and you should have no trouble aiming with these sights. We do have a dual aperture, but honestly, I like the look of the first one more. It just looks more clean to me. Overall, I do like the sights though. Moving on from that, we can finally talk about the body of this gun, which is made from a nylon fiber reinforced polymer. Now don't let the word polymer fool you though, because trust me when I say that this gun is strong. Even if you drop it, it will still last you, so durability is not going to be a problem with this thing. And plus, having a strong polymer keeps the weight down, so it's not going to weigh you down during the game. Moving on to the receivers, we can first see some Classic Army trademarks on the left side of the magwell. They're not too flashy, but they are distinct, so they fit right in on this gun. Since this is an M4, I really shouldn't have to go into too much about the controls, but just so you know, selector switch on the left, and mag release on the right, and that's it. The magwell, however, is quite spacious. It should accept any standard M4 magazines and drop them freely, which will allow you to do all kinds of tactical nonsense. Now that that's out of the way, the bullet handle is actually ambidextrous. As you can see, pulling it back will release the dust cover. However, if I pull it on one side alone, it will still come back. Unfortunately, pulling back the bullet handle will not lock back the mock bolt. This is quite a shame, as it can make hop-up adjustment a little annoying. Now let's talk about the grip. Now you're probably thinking, Zandex, why are we talking about the grip? There's nothing special about the grip. Well, actually, there is. Classic Army really thought ahead on this one, because there's QD motor access. All you have to do is push back on this tab here, and lift up the plate. See? There you go. There's your motor connections. No need to unscrew anything. And when you're done, just do the whole process in reverse, and you'll be good to go. Now to round off the externals, we'll talk about the buffer tube and the stock. Wait, not that one. The one the gun comes with. Which is honestly not that great. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I know I lost a little tab that allows you to move the stock back and forth, but that can't keep me from telling you guys why I think this stock is bad. First reason is that the material, for whatever reason, feels cheaper than the rest of the gun. Also, the butt pad doesn't have any sort of rubber or texturing or anything. Speaking of the butt pad, it's way too hard to get off. I should not have to apply as much force as I did to get it off just to put a battery in. I mean, it will fit all crane stock batteries, because that's what crane stocks are made for, but putting the butt pad back on is just a pain. It only takes me 3 tries here, but that's 3 tries too many. It should only take 1 try, especially for changing batteries in the middle of a game. In other words, the stock sucks. But finally though, we get to talk about the reason that this gun is so great. The reason that I think every new player should at least consider this as an option, if not buy it. And that is the internals. Undoubtedly, this thing has the absolute best internals out of the box for any sub $200 purchase. Classic Army always makes sure that their guns are top performance out of the box, and this is no exception. After all, their motto is total performance. However, that really couldn't be any more accurate than it is here, as this gun has so many upgrades out of the box, you probably wouldn't even need to upgrade it at all. Now to talk about what's actually in the gearbox, we have CNC cut steel gears, 9mm bushings, silver wiring, an inline MOSFET, and a programmable trigger. Those are the same internals as Classic Army's Nemesis line, and those guns cost anywhere from $300 to $400 each, so you know you're getting your money's worth with these internals. We'll get back to the gearbox in just a second, but I also wanted to talk about the hop-up in the inner barrel. This gun has a 6.03 tight bore inner barrel out of the box, which, to go along with the rest of the upgrades, is a definite plus, as it'll definitely help your accuracy. The hop-up is rotary style, and even has numbers on it, like some of the more expensive ones do, so you'll be able to remember your place. Taking advantage of the quick access motor grip we looked at earlier, we can take a look at the motor, which is Classic Army's Proline 23K high torque, high speed motor. The 23K is short for 23,000, or 23,000 revolutions per minute, giving this gun a high rate of fire, but not only does it have speed, but also has torque, giving it a great trigger response. I know most guns have these nowadays, but I feel like it's still relevant to talk about. This gun does have a quick change spring system. The process is as simple as just taking off the buffer tube. If you don't know how, just look it up, it's very simple. Once the buffer tube is off, you should be able to access the spring guide, allowing you to put in any new spring that you want to. Seeing as this gun chronos in at 350 FPS with .2s, a lot of you guys might want to take advantage of this feature. I might just do it myself to use .25s. So quick change springs. Common, but appreciated. But finally guys, on to the moment you've all been waiting for. You want to know what makes this gun shine. What makes it the best airsoft beginner gun on the market? Well, I'll tell you, and we'll find out by pressing and holding down the trigger for 5 seconds. As you hear the MOSFET chirp, those beeps indicate what your selections are. This is what makes this gun so special. The programmable trigger allows you to mod your selections given in seconds. You will find nothing else like this in a gun this cheap. That is why this gun is so great. I mean, of course it's not the absolute best MOSFET out there. There are superior options, but yeah. But of course, the question still remains. You guys want to know how this gun performs. So let me tell you, with that MOSFET, that motor, and an 11-1 in the stock, you should be getting performance like this. It's no multi-$1,000 DSG build, but it's not supposed to be. It's a freaking budget gun. But with the internals and the performance of a high-end gun, it makes this gun really hard to beat. Lancer Tactical, SEMA, JG, G&G, the list goes on. You guys got nothing on Classic Army for budget performance. Now, I'm not trying to bash any of those other companies. I'm just trying to say that when you buy this gun, you get so much more than what you pay for. After all, you're basically getting Classic Army's $400 guns and a less than $200 polymer body. So if you're looking to start airsoft on a budget, look no further than the Classic Army skirmish line. Trust me, the performance is worth so much more. So guys, that just about does it for this first airsoft review. Tell me guys what you thought in the comment section below, and tell me, if you're a new player watching this video, trying to find out if this is a good option for you, tell me, did I convince you? Do you like this as a gun? Are you going to buy it? Because I'd really want to know if I did a good job presenting my case. Also, guys, just tell me your thoughts in general on this gun. Even if you're not planning to buy it, do you think it's a good gun or not? And if not, tell me why, because I'd be hard-pressed to find something wrong with this thing. Like, I personally like it as a gun. I'm not sponsored, by the way. It may have seemed like I was, but I wasn't as well. Just look at my stats. I'm not big enough for that. But that's another thing. It may sound cliche to ask this, but please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, because it helps. It helps us all, especially if you genuinely like the content. If you genuinely didn't, then don't. Like more power to you, or less. But anyway, guys, all jokes aside, any sort of support is genuinely appreciated. Like, from my heart to you guys, it is appreciated every single time I see a new subscriber. But other than that, that just about does it for this review. Now, of course, you see the rest of this video and wondering what's with that. Well, I'm recording this video at night, right? So I can't really do a shooting portion, so I can't show you the accuracy of this thing or just firing outside because it's dark out and I can't see where my BPs are shooting. So I'm gonna have to record that tomorrow, so that'll be after this outro segment. So with all that said, my dudes, that will just about do it for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, spectacular day, and most important of all, God bless you all. This has been another Xanax623 video, and I will be sure to see you all in the next one. Alright guys, so we're back. It's Monday now, so it's President's Day. Hope you guys are having a wonderful President's Day. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day off. So yeah, we're going to be doing the fire test on my homemade range of ginger ale bottles. It is what it is, it's makeshift, so don't worry about it too much. But yeah, we're just going to be doing the demonstrations of all the different fire modes as well as an accuracy test, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Alright guys, first fire mode demonstration, semi-auto. Second test is going to be 3-round bursts. And by the way guys, I am using .2s in this thing, so just keep that in mind. As you can see, you get a 6-round burst if you pull the trigger fast enough. And yeah. Alright, new demonstration with 5-round burst. And finally guys, full auto. Oh, wait. Oh no, there's a horde of ginger ale bottles. Whatever shall we do? Never fear, my citizens, I will take them out. We have stopped the invasion. Alright guys, so we're a bit farther away now. I have my phone awkwardly in a tree, so hopefully it won't fall. But yeah, we're gonna do a this is roughly maybe 100 feet accuracy test. Honest recommendation, use .25s. Now for something just a bit more fun. Woo! Airsoft, frick yeah!